Supposed to be October.
We're starting already?
Oh, thank you, Robin. Good evening. Welcome to the Bedminster Township Committee. This is our regularly scheduled December 15, 2025 meeting. Recognize that we have a quorum of the Township Committee with Committeewoman Fernandez, Committeeman Hickey, Committeeman Rosen here in attendance. Committeewoman Mareski has an excused absence. And before we start the meeting, let me just say, Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Hanukkah, Bill.
Right back at you.
Right back at you. Ms. Ray, may we please have the Open Public Meetings Act stated?
Yes, Mayor. Adequate notice of this meeting of the Township Committee was sent to the Courier News, Somerville, Bernardsville News, Whippany, and to all subscribers and posted at the Township Municipal Building on January 7, 2025.
Thank you. Please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is the time of the meeting that we open up for public comment. Jason is attending remote, so no one on Zoom. Anyone in person? Ready, willing, able to make a comment? Seeing none, let's move on. We have one set of meeting minutes to approve. That's the December 1st, 2025 Township Committee meeting. Any comments to those minutes that have not otherwise been communicated to Ms. Ray? None, take a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you.
No permits and raffles. I think this is 2 meetings in a row we have not
What?
had permits and
Wow.
raffles. Great. We will go into monthly report discussions by subcommittee chair. Sorry, Gina, it's not you
not the
leading off
youngest
with
anymore.
anymore. It's Committeeman Rosen.
All right. Fine.
You got to find.
Fine. That's a 4-letter word that starts with F, buddy.
Yep.
Don't think I don't know what fine means.
Fun.
Lots going on in the world of rec. Recreation basketball games start Friday, January 9th. The K and first and second through fourth rec basketball clinics with drills, skills, and thrills began Saturday, December 6th, will be held for 10 sessions, ending March 7th. The Air Dry Clay Holiday After School Workshop began last Thursday. The winter session of After School Dance will begin in January. The Let Go Engineering After School program begins in February. Camp Bedminster and the afternoon camp scheduling has begun. And finally, the long-awaited Bedminster Community Garden Plot registration will begin in January.
Yeah. Okay. A lot going on.
Very enthusiastic.
Committeewoman Fernandez.
I have to say, Bill, that was very enthusiastic. Need I say more? Our DPW department, Jason, and all of our guys taking care of the roads, based on this snowstorm. Woke up Sunday morning, roads are clear, right?
Yep.
I work in a town where the roads are still not cleared and icy. So I just have to say, I don't want to take for granted in Bedminster how good we have it. We wouldn't know unless we worked somewhere else how, the roads are not cleared yet. So thank you, Jason, and all the guys for, your hard work. I just want to say that, start that off. The DPW department has finished the townwide leaf pickup. They picked up the trees and the branches on the sides of the road from the storms. They were prepping the trucks for winter, thankfully, with salt spreaders and plows because we needed them on Sunday or Saturday night. They worked on heavy equipment, filled the potholes and grading of dirt roads, installed park bench for the bench program, and the DPW electric gate was installed. So that's our update.
Where's the electric gate, Jason? Gina, do you know?
I don't know. It is. I'm assuming
That's the
in
one we
yard.
budgeted for, that's on the.
It's on this side?
Yeah.
Okay, or that side?
Yeah, it's where the double gate was down by the field.
Park.
Okay, got it.
That's the main.
So that's
Thank
all
you, Jason.
That's all my update. Thank you, Jason, for all your hard work.
Commitment Hickey.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, all. Board of Health will not have a meeting in December. However, I did attend the December Board of Ed meeting. 2 individuals were recognized there for their service to both the school and the board. Patty Siegel, who is also the president of the Far Hills Bedminster First Aid Squad, is retiring from the board at the end of this year, having been elected in 2023. She is a busy lady. And speaking of busy, Susie Stevenson, wife of Committeeman Stevenson, has volunteered in various capacities with the school for the past 17 years
Wow.
and served on the board since 2017, including a term as president. And she is also retiring at the end of this year. So many thanks to both of these amazing individuals as they have served not only the school, but the community at large during their time at BTS. And Mayor, that's all I have.
Okay. Real quick, Land Use Board, we did have a meeting, but it was administrative going over RFPs that were coming in for professionals. There were no hearings scheduled at that last meeting. And trying to think when we actually have a hearing scheduled. We might do one at the reorg on January 8th.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's a small application on January 8th. Farmers Market. We ended the farmers market season with a holiday market. We had, I think, 32 or 33 vendors that day, and
656.
656, yeah. 656. Far Hills Bedminster Fire Department was there. Santa was there. Bill, missed you at the time. I mean, Santa came.
Yeah, I know. I had
and
a,
you
had a conflict.
had a conflict, and then he left, and you.
My
Came back.
conflict ended.
Yeah,
So
that was interesting.
it's all in the timing.
But that was great. Just tremendous, tremendous showing by the community coming out on that cold, snowy morning. Just enough snow to make it look great.
Festive.
Yeah.
So thanks everyone, all the volunteers, and for Neil Mastrobuono, and for Jason and the DPW team for helping us through a great 2025 farmers market season. And you know, it's just interesting, just the comments on Facebook and Instagram. People going, we missed the market already. It's just, yeah, it's really
Only
nice.
about what, 180 days till opening day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So that's what I have for the farmers market. There was really no ag meetings since we last meet, no library board meetings since we last met. However, a little bit different from subcommittee. We did have a meeting last week with the property owners in Pluckman, property owners and business operators in Pluckman. We want to give this thank you to Pastor Ian Rakin and Suzanne Suze from the Pluckman Presbyterian Church for hosting us. We had pretty good attendance by the property owners, and we also had an appearance by the gentleman from New Jersey EDA. I have his name in front of me, and
Yes, I have it. His name was
Alberto?
Alberto
Garrido.
Garrido.
Alberto
So
Garrido.
he ran through some of the small business loans and small business grant opportunities that EDA has, including a number of grant opportunities for starting new businesses, investing in properties, in both operations and in real estate. And his presentation was really well received by the representatives who were there, who were primarily property owners, but to some extent, they're landlords, and if whatever they can do to bring in and support their tenants, they're on board. So there was a lot of good information that was exchanged. And talking about the exchange of information, we had a representative from KRE talking about the KRE project coming down the pike. And while we've talked about it at length, and certainly the land use board has talked about it, and the newspaper has reported on it as well. Some of the folks who own properties in the area were not aware. And these meetings are an opportunity to exchange ideas, exchange developments that are going on with their properties, and also saying, hey, this property is for sale. This property just got redone. This is what the town is doing with the park in Pluckman. And there was a lot of interaction between the property owners while we were there. Also, the church is moving forward with its 175th anniversary. And so they're working on some historical elements and some events that they'll be celebrating. And certainly they're looking to engage with Bedminster Township, both on a governmental and a community basis. So I think that's going to be terrific. And there were a lot of really interesting takeaways. And I spoke to Committeeman Hickey afterwards and our municipal engineer. And I said, we've talked about Pluckman getting kicked in the pants for some years now. And I think we're seeing it. I really think with Mike Scancarella building the building at the corner, well, not off the corner, but right off Somerset Hill Shopping Center, the Pocket Park. And now we see two buildings, the old Weichert building for sale, and two doors down from that, another property for sale. And just hearing the buzz among the property owners about if this could be done in that building, hey, I'm going to take a look at that building, see what I can do. There's real interest and real opportunity for investment in that neighborhood. And that perhaps was extremely refreshing to see. So thank you, Robin, for convening everyone. And once again, we don't do these as one-offs. And we'll be setting up another meeting probably in about 4 months or so. So,
Mayor, if I can add.
Yes, of course.
We had on that Friday following our meeting, I did put together Alberto with one of the other folks, and I just had a phone call earlier today with another gentleman who could not attend the meeting, but wanted information, so I put them together this afternoon.
That's great.
So,
that's great. So,
but that's great.
whether it's the county programs that the county offers or EDA and the state programs that are offered through there, when we get the opportunity to have these meetings, whether in Bedminster Village or in Pluckman, these may not be our programs, but the fact that we can convey this information to the folks who are most interested, if we can connect EDA with the businesses and the property owners, great. We also talked, while we're on that subject, we also talked about some of the county programs. So once again, the county using CoStar and city data. Once again, we talked about geofencing, and we mentioned it. Colin actually went into some detail with the owner of Pluckman Fine Wines. Pluckman Fine or Colonial Liquors?
Colonial Liquors, right?
It's still called Colonial Liquors?
Colonial
Yeah,
Fine
Colonial.
Wines.
Oh, is that what they?
Colonial Fine Wines, all right.
Their
So,
business name is Pluckman. But yes.
Got it.
and talking about geofencing, right? And finding out, hey, the folks that are coming into your store are traveling from this area and then heading to this area.
Right.
And that information can certainly help you market. It was interesting seeing all the notes that were being taken down by the folks in attendance. So once again, we'll look in another 4 months to have another meeting, and certainly we'll have another meeting with the representatives in Bedminster Village as well. Ms. Ray,
Yes.
may we please have the administrator's report?
Yes, so last Thursday, December 5th, we had our Somerset Hills Public Safety Meeting, which I attended. The group will meet next on January 22nd. In addition to public safety, the discussion will expand to economic developments and other opportunities such as the World Cup and filming. Personnel manual, Amanda Summers and I continue to work on updating the JIF model employment practice manual for adoption at the December 29th meeting. This is a big project, and the manual and the handbook review is actually now complete. We're in the process of doing our individual formatting. We've been working with our labor attorney, Art Tebow, who's been reviewing and updating some of the sections that are specific to Bedminster, and updating some of the JIF policies as they relate to current statutes, such as indemnification and defense, which we passed an ordinance back in 2010. It just needs to be updated to the statute, and a civil rights policy, which you'll see later on in this meeting as a resolution to adopt. 2026 budget prep is underway. Here we go. All the departments have been sent their budget worksheets. And tomorrow, Derek and I have our first department budget meeting with our police department, which is one of our biggest next to DPW. So here we go. In preparation, last week we had a fleet meeting, which was rather lively on December 10th with DPW, the police, construction, and fire prevention, just to kind of go over, examine what we have now, what our future needs are, what vehicles are aging out, refurbishing any vehicles, and how we can repurpose them for other departments. So that was a fun conversation, but something that needed to be had prior to budget season. IT, I'll let you cover that in your report.
You go ahead.
Okay.
You got it.
We
You're on
had
a roll, Robin.
All right. So for IT, one of the goals this year was to have was to implement artificial intelligence in the township to improve efficiency. So last week, Committeeman Hickey and myself, along with IT Director Elliot Perez and Chief Frank Bernardo, met to discuss the use of AI, a new AI technology called Blue Voice, which is really, it's highly recommended by the chiefs of some of the larger towns. And I think Colin, I know a little bit more, but we were both amazed at the amount of directives that come from the AG's office, the prosecutor's office, local ordinances, the statutes that are constantly changing, that the police really have to keep on top of. And right now they're using multiple sources. So we thought that this Blue Voice was really kind of met the needs and kept us, it was like insurance in the bank, that everybody was doing the right thing and they could get the information at a moment's notice. So we thought it would be a game changer for our police department. It's a relatively inexpensive technology, but something that we're recommending that the police department go with going forward. Also with IT, the new phone system we had hoped was to be in place by December. This was previously budgeted in our capital budget. However, the equipment won't be delivered until January, but it didn't come soon enough because our phones were out all day today. We took a surge of electricity yesterday in the morning, which blew a couple things, and namely it knocked out our aging phone equipment. So that was restored today late in the afternoon, and in the event of that, we used back up and used my cell phone as a forward to. So it was a fun day. Pluckman Village business meeting, Mayor Jacobs already reviewed that. Don't forget, we have our annual holiday party this Wednesday, the 17th, for employees and Township Committee and our professionals. And don't forget your white elephant gifts, because that's the highlight of the day. And then we have our annual reorganization meeting at the Pingree School on Monday, January 5th at 7 p.m. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief Bernardo is not here to do the community policing
I
report.
have his
Oh, you do?
report,
You have
yeah.
one? Okay,
Just real
great.
quickly, he has a reminder that people can drop off food at any Somerset County Police Department for the county-wide food drive through December 31st.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Introduction of ordinances, we have none. Public hearing of ordinances, we have none. Consent agenda, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 items on the consent agenda. I have a question about the consent agenda.
Sure.
Robin. So a number of these items are appointing municipal prosecutor, public defender, shared court related. Just to confirm for the record that these appointments still do require the other municipalities signing on board as well.
They are contingent upon the other municipalities. Correct.
Okay, other than that, I have no questions regarding the items in the consent agenda, but any member of the Township Committee who has a question may ask to pull one off for individual consideration. Shaking his head, reading the resolutions, shaking her head. Shaking his head. Okay, seeing there are no requests to pull items off, I'll take a motion to approve the items on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call vote, please. Committeeman Hickey,
Aye.
Committeewoman Fernandez,
Aye.
Committeeman Rosen,
Aye.
and Mayor Jacobs.
Aye.
Thank you.
First resolution for individual consideration is Resolution 2025-186. This authorizes the execution of a change order with J.A. Alexander for the Union Grove, Lisk Hill, Daly, and Longview Road Improvements Project. Robin, is this you or Jason?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go through it. So, Mayor, in 2023, we received a DOT grant for the paving of Union Grove, Lisk Hill, Daly, and Longview roads for $286,530. We had to come out of the budget, capital budget, $33,000, and we had passed an ordinance in 2024 for $320,000. The contract for J. Alexander was $309,000. So again, the ordinance was $320,000, the contract was $309,000, and we received a change order for additional materials that we needed to, it was based on a directive that we had given them for a change order, which needs to be approved by the governing body. The change order was for $8,500 for a total to J.A. Alexander of $317,000, and the ordinance was for $320,000. So we're still under what we had budgeted by $2,141. So,
Okay.
So we're
Any
still
further-
well within.
Any further questions regarding Resolution 2025-186? Seeing none, take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, roll call vote, please. Committeeman Hickey,
Aye.
Committeewoman Fernandez,
Aye.
Committeeman Rosen,
Aye.
and Mayor Jacobs.
Aye.
Thank you.
Next resolution for individual consideration is Resolution 2025-187. This resolution awards a national cooperative purchase through Houston Galveston Area Council by National Purchasing Cooperative Program for a replacement chassis for an ambulance for the Far Hills Bedminster First Aid Squad through contract AM 10-23. Robin.
Sure. So this was actually budgeted for in our 2025 budget. We went through the motions of joining the co-op in order to go through this process, but we never actually authorized the award of contract to the co-op. So that's what this resolution does. It actually authorizes the purchase for the replacement chassis through the co-op.
Okay. Any further questions of Robin regarding that resolution? Seeing none, take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call vote, please. Committeeman Hickey,
Aye.
Committeewoman Fernandez,
Aye.
Committeeman Rosen.
Aye.
I gotta get that to roll off my tongue. And Mayor Jacobs.
Aye.
Thank
You'll
you.
get used to it.
I know. I'm getting there.
And I'll take a motion to approve the bill list pending review of individual invoices.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call vote again, please. Committeeman Hickey,
Aye.
Committeewoman Fernandez.
Aye.
Committeeman Rosen.
Aye.
And Mayor Jacobs.
Aye.
Thank you.
John, we have not heard very much from you the last couple meetings. So we're giving you this opportunity right now.
I'm
Right
happy-
now, John,
I'm happy to be here.
fourth round affordable housing obligations. John, microphone is yours.
I'm happy to be here because I was beginning to feel a little bit like a potted plant.
Never,
Which
John.
probably is a good thing because when you're not asking me questions, it means things are sailing smoothly along because you have such an excellent clerk administrator and staff here. Fourth round affordable housing obligations. As you're aware, we passed an amended housing element and fair share plan by the program's required date of June 30th, 2025. There was a 2-month period extending until August 30th, 2025 for the filing of any objections by interested party developers or otherwise. No developers filed objections. Fair Share Housing Center did file an objection. Their objection was really not styled by Fair Share Housing Center as an objection. It filed it in hundreds of municipalities. It was more a request for additional information from municipalities, including Bedminster, but they were required to file an objection. Working with Frank Banish, we put together the additional information that was required. We sent that to Fair Share Housing Center, I believe, Mayor, sometime in September. We were very timely. Fair Share Housing Center was busy with towns where developers had filed objections. The Honorable William Menon entered an order that required any towns that needed to get Fair Share Housing Center additional information to do so by December 5th. Obviously, we were in by September. I did hear back from Josh Bowers finally, maybe December 1, Mayor, I think was the date. We finally got a draft consent order, which was largely acceptable. I signed it, sent it over to Mr. Bowers for signature and filing with Judge Menon. Like many towns, Mr. Bowers is in on behalf of Fair Share Housing Center. There was a little bit of delay, but I'm proud to say that after we signed it on December 1, Mr. Bowers signed this on December 12, rather early in the morning on Saturday at 6:36 a.m. Mr. Bowers has filed that with Judge Menon. I anticipate that Judge Menon will routinely sign this consent order shortly. What does the consent order require us to do? Largely rather perfunctory obligations in paragraph 5 thereof, which is to amend our paragraph 5 here. Prepare an amended housing element and fair share plan, which will be adopted by March 15th, 2026. Why do we need to do that? There was a technical issue in the first plan involving extension of credits. We didn't need extension of those credits and controls. Fair Share had a question. We agreed to do what we did in the third round, which is we reserved to take those credits in the fifth round, and they reserve the right to contest them. But since we already have enough credits, it's sort of a moot issue, but that's something the planning board is going to need to do, and also the township committee by March 15th, rather ministerial. We need to prepare a spending plan that complies with the forthcoming regulations at NJAC 5:99 before March 15th, 2026. Those are the new UHAC regulations.
Which have not been issued.
They were supposed to be issued in the New Jersey Register today, December 15th. I have an email to my librarian to check tomorrow to see if they were issued. I don't know if they appeared or not, but that's something I'll be able to confirm tomorrow. So we have to do that. And lastly, we have to update our affordable housing ordinance, development fee ordinance, affirmative marketing plan, and other administrative documents, also in accordance with forthcoming regulations of UHAC. So that's something that we'll do, and we need to get drafts to the of all these documents to Fair Share by February 28, 2026. So I do not believe that we should have any issues in meeting these deadlines. If that is the case, then this conditional order of compliance will become a final order of compliance from Judge Menon, and that will essentially mean that we have protection from builders' remedies and have met our fourth round obligations going forward for the period of July 2025 to July of 2035. So we are in good shape. We were fortunate that no developers filed any challenges, and there's also some administrative requirements, as Ms. Ray is aware, concerning developer fee spending that need to be filed by February 15th, 2026, and annually. That's largely a bookkeeping, but yet more work for Ms. Ray and staff on that. So we are in essentially very good stead coming into the year 2026.
Great. Great. So John, on behalf of the Township Committee, thank you for your efforts. For those who don't know, John and I have probably been on the phone multiple times every day for last several weeks in getting this done. So John, thank you so much for staying on top of it and for Honestly, the good relations that you have with Josh Bowers from Fair Share Housing certainly have helped expedite this process.
Yeah,
and get us to where we
my
are.
my theory has always been, particularly with Fair Share Housing Center, that to the extent you can work with them and have a non-adversarial relationship, you in general end up better than some of these towns that have decided to fight to the bitter end, either by lawsuits or other mechanisms. But we were also fortunate that we had a relatively low number of 72, and that we have a large number of credits from many decades past. Also kudos to our planner, Frank Banish, who's been here many, many years and has a great institutional memory and history, who put together the amended housing element fair share plan. And of course, your board planner, Thomas Collins, who's also always very helpful. So it truly was a team effort, including the mayor and Robin and Colin as well, pitching in on affordable housing.
So essentially, our affordable housing plan has been approved. There were no developer challenges to that plan. And there were, there was questions raised by Fair Share Housing Center. Those questions were addressed satisfactorily. And as John said, it provides immunity from builder's remedies, which means that the zoning that Bedminster selects is at the discretion of Bedminster, and not to be manipulated by other developers or by the courts that may take issues with what we've done. So we're in good shape.
And really the foresight of the governing body, going back to the third round with looking at the KRE site,
Right.
Which good planning, and also satisfied our obligations. And I believe we went from a larger set aside from 15 to 20% now.
Yeah.
So we got more units, and the elite properties across from Mediterranean satisfied them, and the in perpetuity credits for Pluckerman Park, which we were able to again renew and use for 30 years, and were agreed to as valid by Fair Share Housing Center. So very little new building, unlike some towns.
But it certainly gives us the opportunity that it's not necessarily that we can, put the brakes or stop sign on development, but that we, between the Township Committee and our control of zoning and the planning board, that we are still in control of our residential development. And if there's something great coming that we like, okay, we may be able to support it or change the zoning. But it means if there's stuff that we don't like, or projects that are in the wrong location, we get the opportunity and ability to say no without fear of the developer's lawsuit.
And the law that was passed in 2024 will govern the fifth round obligation. It seems kind of futuristic to say from 2035 to 2045. Of course, no laws are carved in concrete, so we don't know if the law will be amended in any form whatsoever over the next 10 years. Certainly coming into the fourth round, everyone expected that we would be back to declaratory judgment actions that we saw in the third round, and that was, in my opinion, not a very good system for addressing obligations. The legislature in March of 2024 did adopt a law. One may argue whether it was a good law, a bad law, a medium law, but it was a law that we followed and complied with. And ultimately, the numbers in some communities, including Bedminster, were not as large as had been preliminarily predicted, either by the Serenian law firm or some other prognosticators.
Once again, John, thank you for your efforts on this. Old business. Committeeman Hickey.
Mayor, I have no utility updates. I don't know if Jason has anything he'd like to update on.
It looks like we had a power outage down at our facility yesterday. Something with one of the ceramic insulators broke on one of the poles, on one of the lines, on one of the phases. And it did take out a bunch of light fixtures in our DPW buildings, the ones we just replaced, the LED ones. So we're looking into that. That's it.
Well, while we have Jason right there, Jason, Committeewoman Fernandez mentioned it, but just kudos to you and DPW for the conditions of the road and addressing that first significant snowfall. Certainly was not the 2 to 3 inches that we were promised earlier. I assume we got somewhere in the 4 to 6 range. And you guys were out there. I know my son went to work at 6:30 in the morning on Saturday, and we're in good shape here in Bedminster. So thank you, Jason, to you and your guys.
Thank you. I will pass it along.
Lockton Park Senior Housing, John, I take it there's nothing that could be discussed
No, Mayor,
publicly?
you and I have discussed one particular matter on that, but that's not yet public or not necessarily going anywhere.
Okay, thank you. Robin, you covered Somerset Hills Public Safety Committee meeting, short meeting, and we'll schedule for January. We do have an executive session, so we will run through. Actually, let's move this around. Actually, you know what? Let's go through Township Committee comments. We will go through Township Committee comments. We will go into executive session, and we may be taking formal action on a resolution when we come back from executive session. I don't think we're going to have a long executive session.
No.
No, we won't have a long executive session.
We always say that.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll go through Township Committee comments, adjourn to executive session, and return to the public session for action, maybe yes, maybe no, on a resolution. So let's start with Township Committee comments with Committeeman Rosen.
I am sick of winter already and hasn't even started. And happy holidays, everyone.
Yes,
Thank you, Committeewoman Fernandez.
same. Just another thank you to Jason and the crew for all their hard work. Thank you, John, for all your hard work on the
Thank you.
affordable housing, and happy Hanukkah. Tonight's first night of Hanukkah, right?
Second.
Second, okay. Happy
Second.
Hanukkah.
Committeeman Hick.
Mayor, thank you. Just again, thank you to Jason. Thank you to John. Thank you for your leadership on the affordable housing work. And yes, wishing everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and best wishes for 2026.
Great. Let me say it again as I start off the meeting. In light of all the recent events, happy Hanukkah, everyone who celebrates. Even for those who don't celebrate, happy Hanukkah anyway.
Yeah.
And John, thank you for that Christmas gift,
Yeah.
the signed consent order. That's great to see, and certainly a lot of work into it. So Merry Christmas, everyone. It is crazy. It's the end of the year. We have one more meeting, right?
That's it. December 29th at 8:30 in the morning.
December, which is just a end of year catch up. We approved some bills. That's it. So this is really the last
Any last minute
substantive
stuff we need to get done.
meeting
Correct.
tonight. So just once again, thank you, everyone. And the next time we meet, it will be 2026 at reorganization. Crazy.
May I make a comment? I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
yes, of course.
I forgot to tell everybody during my report, but I'm so excited. Caitlin passed her registered municipal clerk's exam. She just got noticed last week.
All
So
right,
she's
that's
thrilled,
great.
Thrilled, because
That's
that was a
great.
lot, a year of her life, a year plus studying, and they have a very low passing rate. So she did a great job.
Great job. I think she had a pretty good mentor on that.
She did great.
Yeah.
She studied hard. Let me tell you, she's a good worker. She studied very hard. So
Great. That's
kudos
great.
to her.
That's great to hear. 7:42, I'll take a motion to adjourn to executive session. Once again, we will be returning to public session and we may be taking action.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna
pay for